All right, so welcome to everybody who's on our Zoom. We have a bit of technical difficulties. We can hear Karina. Karina, can you talk? Can you tell her to talk? And then tell her that we're going to start. All right, so I'm going to keep it short. NORC and the library has formed a partnership to bring you excellent fitness programs. It's 9 o'clock sweep. And now this is very interesting. I just squawked, so I don't know.
Hey guys, this is
Hi.
Coach K here. Welcome with our first workout of 2024. We're having a little bit of technical issues. I can't hear her and she can't hear me. So if you see me waiting in the waiting room right now, just because I can't hear anybody. All right, excellent. All right, guys, I got the go ahead from the boss upstairs. Z, if you can hear me, just give me a 5-minute warning when class is supposed to end, considering that I can't hear anybody from upstairs. All right, everybody, so we're gonna jump into our workout and you're gonna start with your shoulder rolls. We're gonna take it back and you're just gonna follow along with me. We're gonna take it nice and slow. Or we're just gonna rotate our shoulders back. And you're gonna do this until you feel nice and loose and until your shoulder mobility opens up. And then we're gonna stop and we're gonna take it forward. And what I want you to do while you do your shoulder rolls is just a toe tap. So while your shoulders come to the front, you see how my toes go forward with them? Just so that we can start to incorporate the upper and the body movement together. All right, so we're gonna take our arms out now, or we're gonna do our small circles going forward. And then we're gonna get bigger as we go along. So we're gonna open up. Just so everybody can see me. We're gonna get a little bit bigger. We're gonna open up our upper bodies. And then we're gonna go a little bit bigger. If you have any shoulder injury, go as far as you can. And then you could stop if you have limited mobility. And then we're gonna go out a little bit more. And then we're gonna stop, we're gonna bring it in. And now we're gonna go the opposite way. So before I was going forward, now we're gonna get it backwards. And now we're gonna go forward again. And we're gonna stop, we're gonna go backwards. So you're alternating now. So you're gonna go forward, you're gonna go back. And then we're gonna do that a little bit bigger. So you're gonna go forward, you're gonna stop, we're gonna go back. Excellent, we're gonna come up now. So we're gonna open up our legs. And we're gonna go from our base. All right, you see I have a cross here, we're gonna go up. And we're gonna go down. We're in our warm-up phase right now. So I'm also dealing with a bit of a neck injury. So today's exercises will be modified, or it's gonna be predominantly cardio. But right now we're just concerning about warming up our bodies and loosening up. Hope everybody had a beautiful 2024. And if you're like me, if you had too much pudding and you're here to crush some goals, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but what I do believe is creating momentum and taking action in your life so that we can gain another step ahead. We're gonna take this one more time going down, and then we're gonna start to loosen up our lower bodies. All right, we're gonna float now. Okay. Next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna open up our legs. So you're gonna come up with me and you're gonna go forward. So you're gonna do this little rotation. We're gonna open up your hips. And you're gonna just take it small circles. If you need your chair, please feel free, grab onto a wall, hold yourself upright. That way you don't fall. So we're gonna take it nice and slow. We're gonna go forward. All right, and we're gonna stop for a second. We're gonna give our body just a rest for a second. We're gonna come up and we're gonna go backwards now. Excellent. All right, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna give it a rest for just a second, just in case it's a little tight because my body's still warming up right now. It may take you guys a couple more minutes. Normally, when I'm at the gym, I normally do about a 5-minute warm up, whether I'm on the bike, the elliptical, or some type of cardio machine. Since I'm with you guys, it's gonna be a little bit slower in terms of activation. So do the same thing now. We're gonna come forward. And we're just opening up our hips. I tend to be very tight in this region, whether you work a job that's very stationary or you're seated a lot of times. It's important that you know that you move your hips, your buttocks, your thighs, everything, your legs, especially if you're not on your feet all day. Excellent. All right, so now we're gonna take our chair, we're gonna pivot down for just a second. And we're gonna do heel to butt. You guys have been with me, you already know what this is. Hand on the chair, hand on the wall, or if you're more advanced, you could just bring your leg up. So I'm gonna place my hand here. This is my left hand, I'm gonna take my right hand, I'm gonna wrap around my ankle, I'm gonna bring it all the way back. And you see how my heel is touching my glute? Okay, so we're just gonna hold that for a couple seconds. And you can count in your head along with me. Hold it. Excellent. We're gonna switch over now. It's gonna be the same thing on the left side. So my right arm is gonna come out from my safety. My left leg's gonna come up. My left ankle, as you can see, is touching my butt, or my glute rather. And we're just gonna hold it now, okay, for a couple seconds. Excellent. So we're gonna push that chair aside. You're gonna get into your tree trunk stance. Gonna bend your knees a little bit, hands on your hips. And we're just gonna do a little rotation going forward. Oof. Not to fall over. All right, so you're gonna go forward. Bend. And you're gonna take this one more time. So I just did 4 just now. And all we're doing is a little rotation going forward to open up our hips further, okay? And this is also targeting your inner thigh muscles as well because of the stance that I'm in. And what that's doing, it's just a light, just causing some circulation to go through our lower bodies a little bit more, targeting those areas. Just because today we're gonna be doing a lot of legs. We'll take this one more time. We should hit 4 altogether. Excellent. All right, so now what we're gonna stretch out our upper head and neck. I have a little bit of tension on this side, so if you're having issues like me, just be careful, just ever so slightly. Just hold it for a couple seconds. We're gonna center, we're gonna go this way. Now we're gonna go look up. Look down. Look up. Look down. I'm gonna go to the left, my left. Nice and slow. Center. Go to the right, my right. One more time, we're gonna look up. We're gonna go down. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go down. Excellent. All right, guys. So now that hopefully your body's nice and loose at this point in the game. If it's not, you could do a little bit of other warm-ups, whatever you like to do at home. I don't mind, do it for a minute or so. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on cardio, because I know a lot of New Year's resolutions is to lose weight, or it's to exercise more, or to incorporate some type of exercise program into your regular lifestyle. So one thing that I started to implement in my own life, because everybody gets off track, even personal trainers or instructors for that matter. I set a rule with myself that 30 minutes a day. Doesn't have to be every day, but when I'm in the gym or I'm doing these type of exercises, today is an hour-based cardio session. When I'm in the gym, if I can only give 30 minutes, I can only give 30 minutes. And when I do it all in, whether it's 10 or 15 or 20. So whatever your parameters that you want to set for yourself, set it and stick to it and take action. Don't think about it, just go. Even when you're tired, when you're having a rough day, just go, show up for yourself. That's today's message. Okay, so we're gonna start, we're gonna end with that today. So the first thing that we're gonna do is it's called star jumps. And I'm just gonna demonstrate the exercise first, and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna do 2 sets of 10 for the majority of these exercises. So number 20 is the number today. So a star jump pretty much is just cardio based. So we're gonna come out and we're gonna come in. Oh, and in. So you see how my body looks like a star when I go out? Almost like I'm Patrick from SpongeBob. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna go in. You can cross your legs if you want to, you don't have to. For people who are a little bit uncoordinated or they don't feel comfortable when they cross over, and again, I know I've done this in my previous exercises where I say don't get in this position when you're fighting. Very true. We don't like to stand on the tightrope. In this case, you can, if you're more advanced. If you want to just come and you flare out and you just bring it back home and center yourself, you can. Either one I'm fine with. So you could either come closer or you could just center. For these purposes today, I think I'm just gonna center myself. This is a little bit easier. And we're gonna take that, the first set, we're gonna take it 10 times, okay? So we're gonna go out. 1, 2, 3. 8, 9, 10. Excellent. And you're just gonna lightly jog with me. That's our first set. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna incorporate active rest. Trying to shed those excess pounds, you gotta get your heart rate up. All right, so we're gonna do this for 10 seconds. We're gonna do a light jog. And then we're gonna do our next set of star jumps. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna jump back into it. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, halfway there. 2 more. 10, excellent job. All right, so you're gonna come up. We're gonna do a light jog. All right, guys, we're gonna start to slow it down. All right, so our next exercise that we're gonna be doing. So we're gonna do our high knees, and we're gonna take this for 2 sets of 10. And we're gonna do the slowed down version. So I want you to just focus on your balance, your coordination, and hitting your goal. So again, I'm gonna demonstrate the exercise and then we're gonna jump into it, okay? So high knees, we're gonna take both of our hands, we're gonna bring them together. I'm gonna bring my hands all the way up, and then I'm just gonna hit them. I'm gonna slap them right on my knees. So I'm bringing up, I'm targeting my core, coming up, and this is more of the slowed down version. The fast version looks a little bit like when you're like this, which is great, but we're not doing that today. So we're gonna come up, and what we're focusing on is more targeted core movements, but also too something that builds up your core, where you can really deepen the penetration of the core muscle. You're not rushing it, you're not just hitting, your leg to hit it. What we really want to focus on is when we come up and we hit, really make sure that your leg is coming up, make sure that you're contracting your abdominal muscles and hit your target. So each rep counts. No rep left behind, okay? All right. So we're gonna come up and we're gonna do our first set of 10. We'll do our little jog and then we'll do our another set of 10, okay? All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3. And when you come up, I really want you to stretch your upper body and come down. That's number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna do our jog. All right, 10 seconds. Remember to breathe. Slow it down when you get to 7, 8, 9, and 10 and tail it off. All right, now when you're ready, come back. And we're gonna do our next set of 10 of high knees, okay? Our slow version. All right, we're gonna come up and we're gonna hit my left side first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're gonna jog it out. 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job, everybody. You need to take a sip of water. I'll demonstrate, and we're gonna jump into our third exercise. If you liked any of the first 2 that we did, don't worry, we're probably gonna repeat some of them today. Excellent. So we're going to number 3 for today. All right, so we did our star jumps, we did our high knees. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is called up and downs. So up and downs are fun. We're gonna get into like that tree trunk position again. It's a very basic movement. We're just gonna go up, and we're gonna take it down. Up and down, up and down. You don't have to jump. If you're more advanced, you can. Personally, I don't like to for my knee purposes, because as long as you're doing the maneuver the right way and the motion the right way, and you're hitting what you're supposed to, that's all that matters to me. So for right now, our goal is more about you're doing the structure right, which is you're reaching and you're going up. Another option is to go up on your tippy toes and come down, which is what I'll be doing today. Okay, so one more time, and then we're gonna do our first set of 10. We'll do our light jog, and then we'll do our second set, okay? So we're gonna come up and down, up and down, up and down, okay? So what this does is gonna target your upper body as well as your lower body. We're reaching up, so we're using our core muscles still, we're reaching, we're using our upper body to just reach and come down. So there's a lot of contractions in the upper body, but as well as the lower half, you're gonna target your glutes because it does go into a squat position, and you're gonna lift all that body weight up, and you're gonna go towards the ceiling and you're gonna come down, okay? So again, you're gonna get to a nice position. For me, when you go up, guys, try to go up on your tippy toes if you can. If you need to shorten up the reach, when you go up and down, you could do that, modify it to your liking, okay? All right, so we're gonna start from the bottom, and we're gonna spring up, okay? Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then come up. At this point, you should start to feel on the jog. It gets a little harder each time. So we're gonna take that for 10 seconds. And what I want you to do is move your upper and your lower body like this. This is gonna come into play again in a later exercise we're gonna do. So I'll hold it for 10 seconds. 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna reset. All right, guys, let's get down in our position. We're locked and loaded. Let's get down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. All right, back. Hold it for 10 seconds. 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job, everybody. So you've gone through your first set already. We've already done 3 cardio exercises. We got a couple more coming your way. And then it's gonna go on rotate. All right, so the next one we're gonna do, what do I feel like? All right, you know something? Since we did our little jog, I'm gonna go into what we call the running punch. And it's very simple. The same idea of what you were doing with your light jog on your active rest. We're actually gonna make it into a workout now. And it's very simple to take it into a cardio workout. You amp up the pace, you amp up the frequency, the intensity, and we're gonna throw some punches in there because you guys know my fighting style for exercise. All right, so what we're gonna do is now you're gonna come with me to the side. I'm standing in front of the wall or my couch, whatever it is, if I'm at home. And what we're gonna do is, so instead of doing like our 1-2 movements or 1-2-3, we're just gonna come and we're just gonna punch forward. You don't need to worry about form or anything, but what I do want you to do when you come to the camera, or in this case, I'll come a little bit forward. You wanna punch straight. That's my one rule for today. You don't have to punch perfect, but punch straight and make sure that your wrist and your knuckles are turned over. Your punches should come out. When they come out, come straight at the camera. You see? See how it's linear? How it's coming out at you, and it's not like over here. And it's also where my wrist isn't going, like it's flared outward. It's that straightforward. And then you incorporate the knees into it. So it's 1, 2. Just like that. Okay? Very simple. If you have any questions or concerns, hit see up in the comment section. I'll repeat myself and I'll hear from upstairs. So we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're not gonna follow the standard 20. We're gonna go now for a minute. And you're gonna take it nice and slow. I want you to pace yourself because we're doing it on my right side and then we're gonna switch to the left. So you see how this almost incorporates high knees and some of our previous workouts together. All right, we're gonna keep this going for another 30 seconds. Keep it up. Remember to breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. And we're gonna stop. We're gonna slow it down. Gonna take our deep breath. Look. Either way, you stand here. Whole point of that is just to open up your airway, especially with your chest, especially for people that may be a little bit out of shape. Whole point of that when we do our upper body movements like that is just to open up your thoracic cage, open up your heart, open up everything. So we can let air in, that way you can, you know, get oxygen to where it needs to go. All right. So what we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna do our running punches and we're gonna switch sides, okay? So we're gonna come here, we're gonna do this for 2 more sets. We're gonna do the same thing. In our last 10 seconds of that minute, we're gonna slow it down like we have been. You're not gonna do an active rest because that's already intense to begin with. So you're gonna tailor yourself off to get to the end. And then you're gonna slow and you're gonna nicely stop. We don't wanna stay abruptly because abruptly is not good for your heart, it's not good for your body, okay? So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna get into a position. You guys need a little bit more explanation. Feet shoulder width apart, very simple, turn. And then again, straight punches. And we're gonna lift our knees upward and you're gonna hold it for a minute, okay? All right, so we're gonna go in 5. Get it. I want you to breathe as you're punching. And remember, keep those punches straight. It don't have to be perfect, it just gotta be straight. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 1. Excellent. Now we're gonna bring it back home. Okay. So now you're just gonna do a light jog with me. Almost like a march in place. We're not gonna jog in place. Just because at this point your heart rate should be up. Do that for 10 seconds. If you count in your head, okay? And 1. Excellent job, everybody. Okay. So we're gonna get into our next exercise. Okay. And what this is called, what I have down, I have the squat crunch duo together. Okay. So if you've been with me, I really pride myself in trying to do compounded movements, so everything sort of just builds on top of it. So a lot of my exercises are recycled because I like doing stuff that's more consistent, where it's like you can build on it and then we add and we introduce something new into it. So you have the familiar and then you have the unknown, right? So today is like a bit of a mashup between the two. So our next exercise is going to be called the squat crunch. And what that is, we're going to bring our hands, we're going to lock them into place. We're going to come behind the head. Now what we're gonna do is our leg is gonna come up, so I'm on my right side. And we're gonna take the opposite side, so my left knee. We're gonna hit it, we're gonna come down, and we're gonna get into a crunch. These we're gonna take slow, because you need coordination. you need balance, and you need core strength. If you have none of those things, then we're gonna just take it nice and slow. And remember, it's all about hitting your core, about making sure that the structure and function of the exercise is working appropriately, and that you're hitting your goals. Because again, if you don't do it right, you may as well not do it at all, because you're defeating the purpose of what the exercise is for. All right, so I'm gonna show that again. I'm gonna show it on both sides. So we're gonna come up, hands locked, behind the head. We're gonna come up, down, squat, up, down, and squat, okay? You see when I go down on that squat, my feet are out like this, and I have a good base, so when I come down, I can just sort of go into that squat position without hurting myself or, without enough room. So that's what I want for you guys, okay? So we're gonna take this nice and slow. We're gonna break this bad boy up. We're still gonna do 20, but we're gonna take it the first 5, and then the next 5. That's it, okay? Nice and slow, that's how we get there. Progress is still progress, regardless if it's fast or slow, remember. All right, so we're gonna come up now. So, back. And that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Excellent job. All right, so we're gonna come up with a light jog, nice and slow. Baby steps, baby steps. All right. See some of that other punching style coming back, right? Don't worry, we're not done with that yet. All right. All right, so we're gonna do our next 5. All right. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. 10. Excellent job. May throw an extra one in there for the new year. All right, bring it up. You can incorporate your punches into this if you'd like. For your active rest, you can do that. A more slowed down version. Remember, keep it straight. Take it for 10 seconds. Back. That's it slow now. All right, so we hit our first 10, guys. And now we're gonna do our next set of 5, and then our active rest, and then we're gonna go one more, and we'll hit our 20. Okay, so we'll get to position. This. 1. 2. 3. Ooh, sorry. I missed that one. Number 5. All right. All right, we're at 15 now. So we're gonna do our active rest for 10 seconds. You can move with me too if you want. Don't stay in the same position, move. Changes the scenery, it helps. All right. On our last, our last 5, guys. I got excited for a second. I added another 5 in there for no reason. All right, hands up, behind the head. All right, so we're gonna count down from 5 until we hit to 1, and then we'll be done with this set of 20. We're gonna come up, let's get it, hit, and down. 1, hit, oh, number 5, excuse me. This is 4. 3. 2. Last one. One more, guys, one more. Excellent job. 10 seconds. Turn with me. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Come on, duke it out. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent job, everybody. So how are you guys today? You're doing it. All right, let's see what our next exercise is. We're actually almost done with our first set of everything. We got one more. And then we're gonna rotate through what we went through today. We're gonna do probably 2 cycles of everything if we can get through it. If not, you've been shown a series of exercises that you can take with you and piece together what you like, what you don't like, get rid of. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, excuse me, is something called the crab and the duck walk. So this was something I learned actually from the PAO, from one of my boxing coaches. He actually called it the duck walk. And other coaches or the trainers, it's almost like a squat almost. And what it really does is target your lower body, because as a boxer, you have to have a lot of calf strength, especially when you're in your stance. And you have to be bottom heavy too. You have to be explosive, you have to be quick, but you have to be coordinated on your feet. And I noticed it too, like my legs would be on fire by the time I'm done with it. And what I realized is that even though my legs were strong, they still needed to be conditioned. So I took a version of that and I modified it a little bit. So it's not the same thing, but it is something that pays homage to those during those days when I was first learning how to box. And really just the fundamentals of conditioning, really, not even boxing per se. So I wanted to bring it here with you guys. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. If you need a 10-second break, feel free. At this point, you should stink and sweat like I do right now. So I'm gonna toss my chair aside. And we're gonna bring it back here. Hopefully everybody on camera can still see me. And what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you guys can see. So you've been with me, my legs are gonna go onto the tree trunk position, right? So all that means is that we're gonna have a wide base, right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get low now. So now I'm really sitting into my body, I'm sitting into my glutes, I'm sitting into my rear end, my thighs, my hamstrings, excuse me, my quadriceps, my hamstrings. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hands, like we've been doing a lot of the setups are the same too. So remember this, we're gonna bring it back and we're gonna walk forward. And it's almost like a little waddle that you're gonna do. So you're gonna press, press, press. Then we'll come back, and then we're gonna turn. I'm gonna show the side of the camera. So we're here now, right? And you see where I am to the chair. I know this is a little different for you guys because I don't really expand the exercise. Well, today we're doing that. So I'm deep into my squat position, right? And it's almost like a waddle. So we're gonna go forward. So 1, 2, and I'm stepping into my squat, stepping into it, stepping into that move, stepping into it. I'm stepping into the knee powerful, stepping forward. And we're gonna take that nice and slow. So if anyone needs to see that again, let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna start. And again, we're gonna go for a wide position now. And you're gonna make sure that your core is contracted when you do it, and that your glute muscles are also contracted. And when you step with conviction, step with power. And you're gonna go forward, and you're really gonna lean into it. Almost like a little duck, or you're waddling a little penguin, except there's a little bit more oomph behind you. So we're gonna do that. You don't have to count your steps. If you'd like to, you can. What we're gonna do is, since I only have this distance to work with our camera, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna go back. So you could estimate the width or the length of wherever you are. And what we're gonna do is, in my case, it's probably maybe about 8 to 10 steps, we'll say, hypothetically. So wherever you are, I just want you to give yourself enough room so that you could work both sides equally. You're gonna get to the end, you're gonna turn, and you're gonna do your walk back, okay? So we're gonna start, and we're gonna do this twice. So this is 1, almost like a relay race. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and come home the rest, okay? All right, cool. All right, everybody. So tree trunk position, hands behind the head, get low, squat. 1. So I know I'm on camera, but it took me about 8 steps. All right, so we're gonna get low. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, everybody. So that took me about 8 steps to walk all the way forward in that contracted state. And then we're gonna spring back up, and then you're gonna do the same thing again. So that was our first relay. We're gonna do our second one now. So again, step into your booty. Chest up, for the ladies, chest out, head up. 1, 2, 3. And when you do it, you see how I'm like, there's this little bounce? That's what I wanted to mimic. And we're gonna come back. Okay, so we're gonna get low. chest up, tummy and butt contracted. And we're gonna do this one more time, okay? And at this point, you should start to feel it here where the muscles start to tense, and that's what we want. All right, let's get it. Excellent. Good job, everybody. Shake it out if you need to. Give yourself a minute. Get that blood flow back in. Sometimes I like to shake it out just to get my body loose again because of all the contraction going on, get the blood flowing. Okay, all right. So we're gonna do that for one more set. We're not gonna do it 20 times because I feel like that's a bit overkill. But what we are gonna do, we're gonna do one more relay. So we're gonna go once, twice, and then we're gonna transition into our next exercise, okay? We're gonna do a quick time check with you guys to get ready in stance. Okay, so it's 9:40 now. Got 20 minutes, we're doing great. And then we're gonna rotate through our exercises once we're done with our last relay, okay? So we're gonna come down. This is good too, especially in the spring and the summertime, when you have more room to work with. This is something that when we were in the gym used to suck. Like we'd sit there and we'd be like our calves would be on fire, our quads, everything be on fire, and you're expected to walk the distance. So today is just a more modified version, but you know, when the springtime comes and summer comes, great exercise to tone all this lower body, okay? And for conditioning too. So we're gonna get low, squat. All right, walk with me, guys. Excellent job. We'll come back. This is our last one, so make it count, okay? Remember, tummy in, glutes contracted, chest out, upper body straight, and when you dip in your body, feel your body, feel it. If you're a woman and you're strong and your base is here, feel that strength come up from you. If you're a gentleman, same thing, feel that core strength, contract those muscles, get those glutes fired up, and let's get it. All right, 1, 2. Now we're gonna turn, last one, and one more time. All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent job, everybody. Okay. I'm gonna bring our kicker back, not for the rush, you need it. All right, so take a sip of water. All right, guys, let's get it. So we're coming down to our last 15 minutes, so we're gonna push. And then our last maybe 5 to 10 minutes, we're gonna start with our cool down, we're gonna do some stretches. All right, let's get it. All right, so I took you through everything that I had set up for today. The squat crunches we may or may not get to at the end. So let's start back up again. We're gonna start with our up and downs again, okay? So just to show the demonstration again one more time, we're gonna focus, or we're gonna do, going into the second half of the later part of the exercise, we're gonna cut the reps down from 20 to 10. That way, if you wanna go through something again that you liked, there's a shorter repetition period, which means it's a shorter duration of doing the work, and you can get to the next one. And I'll stop talking now. All right. So wide base, remember we're gonna come up and down, up and down, okay? So we're gonna take that 10 times, everybody. Now remember, you can come all the way up on your tippy toes and then come down, or you can jump, whatever you prefer. I will start, okay? So we're gonna start from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want to, another good thing is when you come down and hit the floor, do it. 7, 8. Now last couple, come on. 9. One more. 10. All right. I hope everybody's up now. All right. Let's get it with our high knees now. We're gonna switch it up. All right, hands here, hands here. And for the last 10 or 15 minutes or so, because we're gonna go into our rest room, focus on your speed, focus on your precision. So when you hit, whether you're coming up and you're hitting that floor, or you're coming down and you're hitting your knee, make sure you hit everything precisely. Even if it's slow, do it precisely. All right, let's get it. 1, 2, these are high knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more, guys. Keep going. All right, we'll go to 15. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Excellent. All right, so we did our up and downs, we did our high knees. All right, let's switch it up. Let's do our run and punch real quick. All right, so we're gonna start this side. All right. So gonna start with the light jog. Bring it up. And you're gonna do 10 seconds, okay? So you can start it with your punches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch position, come to the front of the camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm gonna dial it back. Switch again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's get it. Comes to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay with me. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Dial it back. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. One more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Dial it down. All right. Nice and slow now. All right. Nice and slow. Let's bring it back. Up. Deep breaths. Exhale and release. Inhale, if you have to look up, open up your trachea. 2 more deep breaths. Let it out. 2 more. 1 more. Excellent job, everybody. All right, so the next one we're gonna do, let me check the time real quick. Okay. All right, so we got about 4 minutes. So I'm gonna try to incorporate at least 2 more of what we did today. The next, we did our run and punches, we did our up and down, we did our high knees. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, because I really like this exercise with you guys, we're gonna do the squat crunch duo again, okay? So again, we're only gonna take that 10 times. Just being that this is the second half and we're coming towards the end. All right, so we're gonna get into our tree trunk stand. We're gonna have our hands behind our head. Again, I know it seems a little redundant, but everything all compounds today and it makes it seamless. All right, so we're gonna come up, hit it, come down, squat, hit it, come down, squat, and come up. That's our squat crunch for today, okay? So that doesn't count. That was the demo again, in case you needed it. We're gonna take that 10 times, and this is gonna be a little bit slower because I just want you to focus on your form, focus on hitting your abdominal muscles, focusing on targeting your glutes when you come down. Do it nice and slow and make sure you hit those muscle groups, okay? All right, so we're gonna come down now. All right, so we're gonna hit on my right side. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more, everybody. Doing great. 9. Let's get it, one more. And down. Excellent job, everybody. All right, come back to active rest. Nice and slow. Nice jog in place. No punching. Nice and slow. Focus on your breath. If you need to catch it, slow it down, control yourself. Exhale. 2 more deep breaths. Focus on something in front of you if you need a moment. Balance yourself, whether it's the wall, it's a picture. In my case, it's a dollhouse, so I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna take 1 more deep breath. I'm gonna come back to myself, and you're gonna own the rest of your workout because we're coming towards the end. All right, let's get it. All right, so I know we're gonna come back to star jumps now. And then if we can, we might end actually with our crab duck walk. Okay? All right, so our last one, our last 2 that we're gonna do, if we have time at the end, but we're gonna do star jumps. So again, with our star jumps, our feet are together. We're gonna come out and forward. Out and forward. You wanna get fancy with it? I know I said this at the beginning. You could do it that way where you cross your feet. For balance purposes, just because I don't want anybody to fall, I would prefer you just come back to home base, and be centered. All right, so we're gonna take that 5 times. We're gonna do 5 the star jumps. We'll see how we feel. We'll check in and then we'll do another 5. All right, let's go out. 1, 2, 4. Last one. Excellent. Let's bring it home. Let's do 5 more. Let's make it to 10. All right, let's come. 5 more. Let's go. Out. 2, 3, 4. Last one. And 5. Excellent. Please excuse my hair. Okay, so we got 10 minutes, guys. So I'm gonna fix my hair. If you need to take a drink, feel free. If you need to go to the bathroom, please do. I know either I'm talking or I give you guys a break. It's one or the other. So catch your breath, take a moment. All right, so we're gonna finish now. We're gonna do 1 set of our duck and crab walk for our booties, for our glutes for the summertime. Because summer will be here before you know it. So I'm gonna kick my chair on this side and we're gonna finish with our crab / duck walk. In honor of my coaches. We thankful to all the people who brought us together. All right, everybody. So we're gonna get low. All right. Get into that booty. God gave it to you, use it. All right, hands up. From the head and go forward. 1. Step with power. 2, 3. Step into it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you know, we'll be turning around. Step again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job, everybody. All right, so now we're gonna see, because we're literally at the end of our workout now. We're gonna come home. So in our last 9 minutes, we're gonna take some time to cool down. We're gonna do some stretches. And then we'll do some breath work at the end and come home. So, all right. Check in with your body. See how you're feeling, see where your body's talking to you, whether it's your heart, if your heart's racing, maybe you're sweating, maybe your mind is clear, whatever it is. For me, the shoulder pain I had earlier this morning has subsided, probably because of the circulation. It's still there, but it doesn't hurt as much anymore, which is great. So I'm gonna open up my shoulders again. Just gonna go forward and back. Forward, almost doing like a little pull. So it's like I'm pulling toward the camera, pulling back. I feel my bones crack actually, which is a good thing. I'm releasing some tension. So I'm gonna go forward, back. We're gonna come up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just bend my arm just to stretch out my body now. So all you're doing is just holding ever so slightly. I'm taking my right hand, touching my elbow, and grabbing it, and I'm pulling it inside. So everybody can see, just hold it for a couple seconds. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna come down, wrap it around, hand over, and pulse so slightly. Just to open up my shoulder blades again. Okay, we're gonna come out, we're gonna come over. So my left hand, we're gonna come up, over, and we're gonna come up. I'm just gonna hold it now. Okay. So another one that we're gonna do is an old favorite of mine from years ago. We're gonna come up with our left knee. We're gonna put our hands out. We're gonna turn. We're gonna center. Turn again. We're gonna switch knees. Center. And turn. This works on your balance as well as your core strength. We're gonna turn again. We're gonna do that one more. We're gonna do it twice, 1 and 2, and then we'll finish with another stretch. So we're gonna come up, over. Now's a good time to focus on your breath so that you're not focused on the fact that you feel like you're gonna fall. Focus on your breathing. One more, everybody. Excellent job. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the floor real quick. If you can get to the floor, otherwise you can sit in your chair, that's perfectly fine with me. So my toes are pointed towards the camera, I'm gonna lean forward towards you guys. Stretching out my back actually. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna point my toes towards the camera. My body's going forward. And I'm just gonna latch onto my ankles until I feel that bend in my back. And we're just gonna hold it now for a couple seconds. If you can get a little bit lower, feel free, go lower. I'm back, putting my left leg out now. Right leg is coming in. My sneakers are disgusting, but it's okay. All purposes for you guys. So I'm just gonna grab, you see I have 2 fingers on the tip of my toes and I'm pulling them towards me. This is actually a big calf stretch. And you're gonna feel it at the belly of your calf actually. So you're gonna put 2 fingers at the tip of your toes and you're gonna bend your toes back. And you're gonna feel it all right here on the underbelly of your calf. You're gonna hold up for a couple seconds. Just until you feel a slight tension and then release it. We're gonna let go. And we're gonna switch over now. So left side comes in, right leg's out. So again, I'm doing the same thing now. I have 2 fingers on the tip of my toes and I'm bending my toes back towards me. That way I can feel the tension in the underbelly of my calf. And if you can't feel it, perhaps that you need to go a little bit deeper and pull the foot backwards. Just enough where you feel the tension, not enough to hurt yourself. It's all about knowing your body, and that's important too, which is why I don't believe everything that they tell you on Instagram. Not every exercise is going to be applicable to you. You have to find out what works for you. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna do 2 more stretches really quick. And then we got our 5-minute warning from Z. So we're gonna come down. If you can get to the floor, great. If not, you could do the same exercise in your chair. Or I'm gonna lay down real quick. I'm gonna bring my right leg over and I'm gonna bring it towards me now. And I'm gonna press down. So this part of my knee that's angled and it's pointing away towards the camera, I'm gonna press down. So you see how it's going that way? So it's almost like this motion where one is coming and one is going. So one is coming, one is going. Now what that's gonna do, it's gonna open up my hips even further and part of my back muscles too. And you're just gonna lay down and hold it for a couple seconds. I'm also gonna bring this in. I'm just gonna grab onto my leg, my ankle and my knee and bring it in. Hold it for a couple seconds and pull towards you. And you're gonna feel it in your hiney and in your glutes. And you're gonna release. And now we're gonna do the same 2 exercises on the opposite leg. So again, I have my right hand on my ankle. One is coming, one is going. So one's pushing and the other one's coming this way. So it's like this. So one's coming, one is going. Then you're gonna lay back down and just hold it for a couple seconds. And this is where you should predominantly feel it. We're opening up that joint. And then we're just gonna hold it. We're gonna bring it in now to our chest. All right, everybody, we're gonna come up because I know we're in our last 5 minutes. If you could do a crisscross applesauce, great. If you can't, if your legs are out like this or they're here, whatever's perfect for you, depending on your level of skill and flexibility. All right, everybody, we're gonna come home to ourselves. So hands on your ankles, chest up and up. Then close your eyes for a couple seconds. We're gonna take a deep breath together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. We're gonna do our time check, guys. And we're actually out of time for today, guys. So I have a minute, so I'm gonna take a sip of water. And my message for today was to show up for yourself. So that's gonna be the big theme of 2024, and we'll come back to this message again in February. Hopefully do another workout. So showing up for yourself is like when you're with your partner, your lover, husband or wife, and you show up for the other person. The best relationship and the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. So just like you show up for the other person that you love and adore and admire and are there for, remember also to the most important person is yourself and the relationship you have with yourself. So remember to do the same thing for you. Thank you guys for joining me for the first workout of 2024. Let's get it. Let's hit our goals together and make it happen. Happy New Year. Dee will let you guys know when you close out. If you have any questions, comments or concerns or feedback, please leave it in the chat. If there's something you want to see for the February workout, let me know. And I hope you guys are doing great and have a good start to the new year. If not, hopefully, this year just started, we'll make it better. So with that, Z, you can take it away if you can hear me. I think she's heading back now, guys. If anybody needs to exit, feel free. You don't need to wait for the sign off for me. But if you have to exit somewhere to go, you can exit now. We're just waiting for our host to close out the session, okay?
Thank you so much, Coach Karina. We're really grateful for you. And we really want to thank everyone for showing up today. Be well, stay well.